Anyway, guys, who would like to start and show their contributions? No volunteers?
Maybe I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, just a moment. I will share my screen now. Are you guys able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thanks. So, first pull request that is merged is the search Adobe Stock button is added to the new media gallery, enhanced media gallery. So basically we just added a Adobe Stock button to the new media gallery. So currently I don't know why I'm getting this error. I haven't figured it out yet, but as you can see here that we have added the search Adobe Stock media button and while clicking this, so we get the Adobe Stock grid working. So you can see we have added the Adobe Stock integration button and the grid in the new enhanced media gallery. So this is done by adding the button in Adobe Media Gallery listing.xml and added a button over here, search Adobe Stock. And on click, we just trigger the model to open the model to open the model. And just added the UI related UI component in media gallery index layout file, which is the base router configuration file, and that's it. And another pull request I have created is in the media gallery Magento glossary. Yeah, I've added the Adobe Stock definition in the glossary term. So basically, I just added the definition in this and nothing more. But a lot of people are having the confusion regarding Adobe Stock is relevant to the inventory. So I think I just initiated a new way to add to spread the information that Adobe Stock is not related to inventory. It's just related to images and designs related stuff. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nice. Thank you. By the way, the error that you are seeing
Thanks.
is related to the database. We have recently merged the pull request that introduces change to database. So once you will reinstall the Magento, it should be okay.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Yeah, okay.
Sure, thank you. Anybody else to show the contribution? Okay, then let me share the screen. So since the last week, we have merged 10 pull requests to Adobe Stock Integration repository, and even, I guess, more, around 10 pull requests. There are a couple of pull requests introduced by Alex. Alex, would you like to show those, or would you like me to show them?
I would like to ask you to show them. Can you please?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
so the first one is fixing the Adobe Stock asset source icon URL set by indexer. I don't think I have. I just reinstalled the Magento. I don't have any images from stock downloaded. But basically, if you have the image downloaded from stock, you'll see the stock icon in the left corner on the image, and that stock item was previously successfully added by the saving of the image. but it wasn't added by indexer. So Alex extracted the functionality to a separate module and reused it in boss indexing, extracted the source icon provider and used it in boss indexing and the plugin on save of the asset. Then the filter was added for searching images by keywords and by title. So right now you can apply the new field appeared in our grid, and you can search images by title and keywords. Right now those are the only two fields supported, and that was done by simply creating the full text index on the name and keywords fields. That's why it works only for those two fields. If you'd like to extend it to more fields, we'll need to add additional columns to the full text index, and simply declaring the filter search full text in the XML. That's how easy to add the full text search to the grid. And yeah, also the functionality was added to actually add the keywords column to the grid, because we didn't have it before. And now we have the keywords in the grid so that we can search by keywords. Thanks, Alex, for that.
Thank you so much for your assistance with this pull request.
Cheers. Then there is a pull request from Adarsh. Adarsh is on the call as well. Adarsh, would you like to show it?
Hi, Sergey. I'm actually outside. It would be great if you could demo it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So that is a unit test for the Adobe IMS model config. There was a command fix for the method in config itself, and yeah, all the methods were covered by unit tests. Very nice unit test. Thanks, Adarsh.
Thank you.
Okay, then there is a pull request adding folder filters to directory 3. Just closed my Magento. Let me reopen it. So now in the new media gallery, we have the directory tree. I'd say the first step for navigation. So once you click on the directory filter is applied, but the filter is not visible. And it filters the images. That selection. The directories is built on the JS3, the same utility that was used for the original media gallery. And based on this, we can now add the functionality to create directory, delete directory, upload images to directory, and save from Adobe Stock for the new media gallery and stuff like that. So this unblocks a lot of functionality. Thanks for that, Nazar. And yeah, I also have created a couple of tasks to improve this functionality further, like unchecking, dropping the filter, and the tasks for further directory management and operations with images that require directory paths are now unlocked. You can see them in the backlog. Then there is another pull request from Nazar that was a good improvement for the deletion of the images. So previously we deleted images using the file system. Right now, we are delegating this action to the actual images storage that is in the CMS module. And that storage handles the deletion of the image and additionally the deletion of thumbnail for the image. And also it is deleting the image from the database if the storage for media files is database. So this fix killed several problems at once. Okay. Another pull request from Nazar. That is fixing the unlicensed overlay. So the issue was very similar to the issue with Adobe Stock Icon fixed by Alex, but it was vice versa. The unlicensed overlay was present for the images when the reindex, when media gallery index was performed, but it wasn't saved by plugin during the save operation of asset. And the implementation here was also similar. The logic was moved to a separate model, set licensed in media gallery grid, and that model was reused for both indexing and the plugin. Thank you, Nazar, for those pull requests. Yeah, there was a small pull request for adjustment of loading of the directory tree. Basically, we have to wait until the directory tree container is rendered before initting the JS tree. And finally, there is a pull request by Vladimir merged that is covering the user profile model by unit test and also allowing the return of initial null values from the user profile model. And the last pull request is functional tests by Shankar. Functional tests adjusted. Initially, so those functional tests are testing for the message about the invalid or missing API credentials on the grid. Basically, originally this pull request contained both the fix and the functional tests, but it was decided to move the fix to Magento. Instead of overriding the data storage, the fix was merged to Magento. That is adding the field for error message that was introduced in our project. So right now, data storage is caching not just images and number of total records, but also custom error message that currently is provided only for Adobe Stock grids, but I guess this functionality is available for usage in other extensions or customizations, but it should be provided by data provider. Right now, it's supported only for Messenger grid, as far as you know. Thanks for that, Shankar. So currently we have 3 pull requests opened. The first one is still in progress by Alex. I guess Alex has also other tasks that he's working on right now. So I'm not sure if that is in active progress right now, but maybe continue it a bit later. Then there is a sorting for media gallery that depends on the pull request in Magento 2. And finally, I have created a pull request that is not really a pull request, but it's a comparison between develop and 1.0.1 release branch that I have created to show the changes that we are planning to include in 1.0.1 release of Adobe Stock Integration. Basically, that's bug fixes for Adobe Stock Integration that are not related to new media gallery, because 1.0.0 doesn't have media gallery. And yeah, there are fixes in both Magento and Adobe Stock Integration repositories, and this is a scope for Adobe Stock Integration. If you can see any pull requests that you think is an important fix for 1.0.0 version, and they are not listed here, and they are not related to new functionality of enhanced media gallery, or they are backward compatible, they can be included in the patch release, please let me know, and we'll see if we should add it to the 1.0.1 version. I guess that's it from my side. Do you have any questions? Okay. Alex, I heard you want to discuss an issue or raise a question.
Yeah. Just I want to just talk about one open but currently blocked issue. Let me share my screen. 1 second, please. I just want to start a discussion. Maybe this topic will be interesting for all of us, and of course, good ideas are also will be very good. So 1 second, please. Okay. Screen. Now I think you can see my screen, right? So, and the topic I want to discuss related to this open issue. So we plan to add the used in section to the media gallery image details. According to the description, as I understood, we need to add functionality which identifies where the image from the media gallery is used. And the scope for this identification is product, category, page, and any other place where we are able to include the media file with the help of Week editor. What I found during investigation, I found that media is added to the, for example, page content with the next syntax. So you have the image tag, right, and this src parameter. The main question here that, for example, you can identify in a page content media, firstly by this tag, right? And then you will be able to get the image name, image file name in this string. But for example, for the common Week editor injection, you will see this structure. But for the page builder, you will not see this one. So you will have only this. And my question, and maybe this is a most tricky and complicated part of this implementation, is how to build the proper way to search between the objects where image inserted. Maybe I can suggest plugins which we will use on every business object. I mean, for example, plugin on or maybe observer, because we do not need to change anything. And according to the Magento technical vision, observers should be used when you do not want to change any data. So we can maybe use after commit event and listen page save, CMS block save, product save, and other business object save event to identify that the image was inserted. Also, I'm thinking about maybe some migration and I don't know, other possible ways to insert images. Yeah, so this is a question and a topic for discussion.
Okay. I didn't notice. Can you show the difference between page builder syntax and
In this, 1 second.
Quotes, I guess. Page builder
Yes,
add quotes.
quotes and also this. So it's not a problem to inject this like a pattern for the for the search request, but want to write this because I have only idea with the observers and plugins and just somehow hard-coded the configuration of objects which we need to investigate to identify that this object contains media data or not.
Yeah, I believe we can overcome the difference in quote. Our pattern probably will be based on media URL, right? The main pattern, and then probably we'll need to do some transformation or trimming to get the final string of image path for comparison.
Yeah, the main thing, this is completely simple thing, but the main maybe question is how to build it in a more flexible and proper way. So use observers, use plugins, and this is the main question.
Yeah, so basically I had two approaches in mind for saving that information, the relation information. The first one was to track the event when image is added to the content. You can do this in the media gallery, in the front end, right? But finally, there is a problem with that approach because the content is usually editable manually. So after the image was added, it can be removed and even the path can be changed. So yeah, we're really interested in what is actually saved to the database. And based on that, I think that observer's approach and checking the appropriate fields is the best approach we can rely on. There is a task.
Sorry, I wanted, I completely agree with you because observer allow us to listen the commit after event when the transaction finished. So this may be the most important part in this. Yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah, we can use save after for specific modules as well. So we can even do different approaches for specific entities if there are some specific entities. But basically, yeah, that's after save. Not sure about commit after. That is like I was thinking about knowing about particular fields that we are tracking and tracking only those fields and those modules, like not all the commits to database.
Yeah, got
right?
it.
So, and also that is from performance point of view, the best approach would be if you track only the modules we are, like if we can select the modules, the entities that we are tracking for the media, let's say that will be product, category, page, block, and another couple of entities, right? And
Yeah.
we know that the media can be added to specific fields of these entities, so we can track the after save event of the entity and analyze the specific fields only. And if more fields will be added to Magento by extension, we have to provide the extensibility for that algorithm so that the extension can add their processing of their custom fields to reflect it as a relation in media gallery as well.
Yeah, I agree. So we need to provide the entry point for other positions.
Yeah.
Will use like.
Yeah.
And I have one more thing in my mind to discuss. It's reindex. I think we should provide maybe this functionality to our media gallery reindex. I mean, so when you decided to use the media gallery, I mean, it's enhanced media gallery, you will also need to run the reindex, right? So which we discussed on the previous call, and what is currently implemented. And we also need to just reindex all those business project objects in order to add this used in information when you enable them.
Yeah, I think we should like all the information that we can get during index and keep as much information on the media gallery as possible. We should include that. We should include processing in the index. Yeah, it's for sure there is always like the performance, the time that we'll require for indexing will decrease each time we'll need to analyze something and add some new information to the media gallery. But that's one-time execution, right? And we'll have all the like full information on the media gallery after index.
Yeah.
Also, like
I have a question.
Yes.
What if a user or a developer creates a custom editor, WYSIWYG editor, and he inserts the image using his custom editor? Are we going to show those images as used in section? Apart from product category or C?
With that approach, it should work, as we will be looking at what's saved in the entity field, and it doesn't matter which editor the content was added. We'll identify that image was saved, unless the image is added. Well, we can actually parse both the expression that Magento uses for media linking, and we can even identify the images that are manually typed. We are full URL or path. I think that's possible. But yeah, the thing is that we will be able to track the content added from any editor. The only thing is if somebody would like to add a custom entity, for example, some custom type of block, and see that image is used in that custom type of block, then that extension should also extend our configuration for the relations between media and entity, add their entity and their field to our configuration, to the media gallery configuration, so that media gallery can process it. That will be the responsibility of the extension.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the explanation.
Okay, thanks. Any other questions? Okay, then thanks, guys. Thanks for your contributions.
I can show a quick preview of the image rendition mockup if
Oh yeah, Yanizan. That
if it's
will be great. Yeah, sure.
Right. So this isn't the final version. It will probably change a little bit, but can give you idea of the direction we are going with this. So here in the media gallery, I'm adding an image, and in the image detail page, we have this we have this new panel that we can assign renditions for each breakpoint. So in this case, I have only one image with no renditions. So I will only see this, and if it will be possible, we will assign assign one image to each breakpoint. I can access the image rendition editor from here. So right now I have just this original image. And I can add a new one, change, it's not ratio, it's actually size here. I can change the size, and I can pre-assign a breakpoint from this panel. And once I created additional renditions, I will have multiple options in this panel. Yeah, I think that's it, the general idea here.
Okay, looks nice for me. Looks simple, and simple is good for user interface. Can you show the manage image renditions once again?
So I know here you said it might be difficult maybe to show to populate this drop down if you have multiple options and you can only choose one desktop or one mobile. But if it's an issue, we can also do radio buttons, but this is like the preferred view, I think.
Okay, if you think that drop down looks better, I would agree with it. And that's basically, we can create different renditions of different sizes, different images of different sizes, and to use them within content. And on this screen, the assign a breakpoint column is for selecting the default rendition, the default size of image that will be used that will be pre-selected when adding an image in the desktop and in the mobile dropdown, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And another functional, maybe more functional question here, probably targeting Olena more. The optimize checkbox. Do we know how we would like to optimize the image? Like what's the level of optimization, or should it be configurable in the
So
for developers?
in my understanding, we should provide options to user so it's more clear what the kind of optimization we offer. So basically, in my requirements, that was like low, medium, high compression. Yeah, I mean, we can phrase it whatever, but it should be clear that we offer different level of compression for the image. So the higher compression, the lower quality of the image you would get, but the faster it would load. So this is something that we need to communicate to users somehow with the UI.
Yeah, I have a version of that. But yeah, basically it depends on the direction we want to go with this.
Okay, looks really nice. Thanks for sharing. I guess if or once the mockups, the Elena is okay with mockups as a product owner, we can add them to stories, right?
Yep, once it happens, yes, I guess.
Okay. Thank you, Inzan, for sharing. Okay, last call. Any questions, maybe related to mockups or additional functionalities that you just saw? Okay, then thank you all, guys. Thanks for participating. Check out the backlog, our dashboard, because there are some new interesting tasks there. And yeah, talk to you offline and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye bye.